there, everyone. This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth. And today I wanted to talk about some good news on the fluoride front, over here on the West Coast anyways. Not so much of good news on the fluoride front coming out from the East Coast, but we'll get to that. But this just out in the last week here in British Columbia, Prince George to remove fluoride from the tap water. Prince George is a city here in BC, and the article goes on to say here, City councillors in Prince George, BC, voted unanimously last night to take fluoride out of the city's tap water, in keeping with the results of last month's referendum. A coalition of dentists, doctors, and professors campaigned to keep fluoride in the water, but Councillor Murray Krause said in the end, democracy won out. I know the dental community will be disappointed, and I think some in the medical community will be disappointed, but we put it to a fair vote, and I'll be supporting it, said Krause. In the referendum, which was held during the November 15th civic election, 10,171 people voted to end fluoridation, while 8,764 voted to keep it. So Prince George has been fluoridating its water since 1955. There are two other BC communities who also held votes on the issue. The city of Cranbrook, people voted to keep it, and in Sparwood, people decided to scrap it. So there are now only 3 other communities left in BC that do still currently fluoridate their water, Fort St. John, Prince Rupert, and Terrace. So obviously these 3 right here are the ones that we have to continue to work on here in the West Coast to get this poison out of the water. But that's pretty good, getting it down to just that. Over on the East Coast, however, it's been a bit of a different story. We've had some victories in the battle to get the fluoride out of the water. But as recently, Terry Wilson of Press for Truth has been reporting, as you can see here, mandatory water fluoridation could be coming back to Ontario. This is in part because of a petition that's being submitted into the Queen's Park by MPP Bob Delaney. It says here, MPP Bob Delaney has submitted a petition in Queen's Park that demands that all of Ontario be fluoridated. So again, this is a huge step backwards for everyone over there on the East Coast. And another surprising point of this that Terry reports on, December 19th, 2014, MPP Bob Delaney submitted a petition in Queen's Park that demands all of Ontario to be fluoridated. I found out the amount of signatures on the petition, and it may surprise you. So check that out. All of these videos are going to be available in links in the description of this video. So if you want to check it out, you could find it there. Also, for that matter, while you're on Press for Truth, use the search feature and just type in fluoride and look up some of the previous articles and video reports that we've done on the topic. We've been covering this extensively for years now, so we have a lot of videos here, as you can see, video reports and articles documenting the constant battle we've been having, people versus the state, in regards to removing this poison from our water. And in fact, just a couple of weeks ago, I had former Governor Jesse Ventura on Press for Truth, did a long interview with him, and here's what he had to say about fluoride. We were having a very interesting conversation about the New World Order and how this whole system is even possible, and Jesse brought up the topic of fluoridation. Here's what he had to say about it.
I've warned people the problem may be the water.
How so?
Well, I've only drank well water, not by choice, but all the homes I've had, I've drank my own well water. And when I was doing conspiracy theory, I learned something very alarming. I learned about fluoride. And fluoride was made mandatory to help our teeth. And I thought to myself, well, why does the government need to worry about our teeth? Isn't that our mom and dad's job?
Yeah.
Teach you how to brush your teeth and use mouthwash?
Yeah, I don't like the idea of forced medication by the government, especially when they don't...
Well, they forced fluoride in the water, and I did research on it and found out the first people to put fluoride in water were the Nazis. And I thought, wow, why would we want to do anything the Nazis do?
Yeah.
You know, I don't particularly adhere to any type of Nazi teachings. And I thought, why would we do what Nazis do until I found out fluoride is the major ingredient in Prozac. So everybody that drinks fluoridated water, in essence, is drinking liquid Prozac. And what does Prozac do to you? It dumbs you down. It makes you non-emotional.
That's right.
Maybe that's the deal.
Yeah.
It's in the water.
Yeah.
And that's why I am who I am. I haven't been drinking the fluoride.
Yeah.
So Jesse questions stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that Jesse is questioning things and asking some of the right questions and coming to some of the correct conclusions that fluoride is indeed very dangerous and poisonous and needs to be removed from the water. So again, that interview is available for members at pressfortruth.ca. You can sign up right over here. And the full interview is there, unedited, raw, unedited video in full. And of course, we just released it all last week as a 4-parter on YouTube as well. And is in regards to the petition going around right now in Ontario, there is a way to counter that. If you're interested in this battle to keep the fluoride out of our public drinking water, I would encourage you to counter this petition by signing another petition. Check out endfluoridetoronto.com. This is run by friends of ours, Ashley, Jessica, and Danny Light. And here you'll find a petition where we can continue to push for municipalities to remove the fluoride from the water. Again, that's endfluoridetoronto.com. A lot of great information here about how you can learn, how you want to get involved. So again, you know, some good news going on the fluoride front here in British Columbia, but still a lot of work to go over on the East Coast in Ontario. So again, check out the links in the description to where you can find all of our previous videos on this and to where you can sign the petition if you want to get involved in the fight to remove fluoride from the water out on the East Coast. And otherwise, that is all for today, folks. I want to thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep up to date with what we're doing. And you can show your support by becoming a member at pressfortruth.tv or at patreon.com/pressfortruth. And again, stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming very soon to pressfortruth.ca.